is a name for the ultimate female fantasy. The Chippendales. Known as the sexiest men alive, their hot and sweaty show has toured the globe, and they know what it takes to turn women on. Living in the opposite universe is Adam Wasson, literature professor at UCLA.
For Macbeth, what happens is that's the way he's looking at history, right? You can't change history. He can't change.
But he has a fantasy of his own.
I always wished I could be one of those guys that girls just look at and are just like, yum. Yum.
In just 4 weeks' time, this bookworm will be taking it all off in front of a panel of experts and trying to fake it as an elite Chippendale dancer.
Just pluck somebody out of Where's Waldo land and turn them into a ladies' man. I don't know how easy that's going to be. I don't know if that's going to work.
Does this geeky family man have what it takes to cut it as a sexy stud?
Where's Daddy's fat white belly?
Or will he be revealed as a fake? Adam, who has never danced in his life, first has to see what he's got to live up to.
Break it down one time. Yeah. All right.
No way. I can move like that.
Working hard.
I cannot believe that I'm supposed to do that.
We're here for you to make it.
I can actually dance.
Watch us as we turn up.
Oh my I can't. This is some show. It's like you don't. You feel like you shouldn't be watching. It's pretty impressive. I need a drink.
With only a week left, Wes has set up a major test. Adam's anxious as he must perform his final routine and take it all off for the first time.
I don't think I'm going to be able to perform it flawlessly, to be perfectly honest.
Adam has no idea where they're taking him to perform.
Are we going to a trailer park? This better not be a high school. The senior center? It's a senior center?
Wow, man. But hey, old ladies appreciate wild entertainment as well.
How do you know, man? What if they don't know what's coming? This is going to be like stripping from my mother-in-law.
How he does look like an English professor. What's that? It looks like he's getting ready to teach the class. Wow, that's red. That's over before it starts.
It's embarrassing.
He went down to booty shorts and kept his socks on.
That was hot. He was nervous and shaking right here. I don't know what he's going to do in front of like a real audience.
You had the stage, lights. I mean, the pressure of the final test.
What do you think, man?
He needs so much work.
And I want to know what y'all think. Ladies, give it up for Adam.
Give him the positive energy. Positive energy.
I am shocked it would be Adam.
Oh, Adam.
I thought he did real well. He bobbled once with the chair, but that could happen to a seasoned veteran.
A very anxious Adams brought in to hear the results.
Why do you look so grim, man? It was just the chair.
What the hell happened?
You did recover, but I think it was a shaky moment.
It was very shaky. It was very shaky.
You passed!
You rocked! You did it! Dude, why'd you do that, dude? Why'd you hit your face, man?
We had to! Congratulations!
Who told you to do that? Wes never would have done that to me. Let me tell you anything. You would have done it. Wes never would have done that to me.
You should be very proud. That's a very hard thing to do.
Cheers, guys.
Excellent job.
Thank you guys so much. You guys are like the best. Seriously.
All you TV landers out there, I just want to say if you donate $19.95. I think Revolution is kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. With some groups we're too Christian, and with the Christians we're not Christian enough. We meet in a bar called the Masquerade, which is one of the biggest clubs here in Atlanta. But I do want to remind you, find something at the bar. Tip your waiters and waitresses. I've always wanted to say that in the church. You know, there's some people who probably say, well, I just think Jay Baker's leading people straight to hell. Do you feel like you don't pray enough, you're not committed enough, and you're not spiritual enough? Well, if you are, we have no judgment. We're not going to persecute you. We're here just to love on you. But the Christian world is really judgmental. And I've been canceled from events because I have a church and a bar. And all I'm trying to do is love people. First of all, I just want to say we're a church of grace and unconditional love. It doesn't matter what you're going through, what's going on in your life, we're here for you. Honestly, once you walk through the doors, you remember.
I've always had a real hard time with religion and God, and I didn't know who to look to. And when I met Jay, it was a different perspective. It does keep me going. And that's why I'm standing here right now.
I met Jay, it just clicked. I knew I belonged. You know, I didn't feel like I had to jump through hoops and meet expectations.
We're trying to do the right thing. We're trying to listen to our convictions, what God's saying to us. We're doing the best we can, and if that's not good enough, you know, oh well.
And dude, honestly, you're the best thing to happen to Christianity.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Right here.
Oh, wow.
Your dad.
Oh, there's Dad right there.
There's Dad.
I remember that tie, though, because it's actually flannel. I still have that.
How's your
tie.
preppy face? Pastor's kids. You know, and I said this, my family's sort of this way. You either end up a preacher or you end up in jail.
Yeah.
It gets in your blood because you see the genuine at times.
Yeah.
And I think the cool thing about pastor's kids that I haven't seen about myself until recently is that you really thirst for what's real.
Yeah.
I think it's hard, we talked about pastor's kids being cynical, that you have to fight it, because I am a constant cynic about, is this person genuine?
And Christian politics are horrible.
And I think pastor's kids get to see that. I don't know, you think, Jay, because if you don't go into the ministry, you feel a sense of guilt over it? You feel like your life is unfulfilled if you don't?
I think it's when especially if you have a call.
Yeah.
I think everybody has a call in their life one way or the other, but I think sometimes it's just when we're out of the will of God, it's hard, and you search for ways to run from it.
I think if you deny the call or run from the call, maybe you feel like you're in prison.
Yeah.
Or then if you answer the call and you get stuck in a religious environment, you are in prison.
You are in prison. Are you feeling tired today? Now?
I feel real good. I can't believe it. I'm coming right out of this. Finally, after being in bed for 3-4 weeks.
Why did you come back to Charlotte?
Because it was home.
Yeah.
It was the only really place I knew. And I needed friends.
But it's just hard to be here, don't you think? All the history that this town holds. I don't think I've gotten over it. It's hard for me to come back to Charlotte.
I wish I had not worked as hard on television. I didn't know how to be a mother until it hurt me terrible when I found out that when it came time to go buy you underwear and socks, and I didn't even know what size you took. And that will always hurt me.
Well, it doesn't need to. Dad worked more than you did, you know, and at least I got to see you around 6 o'clock.
And I thank God every day for you.
You don't need to be sad. I'm right here.
And I just pray every day that God will increase your ministry and put you where He wants you to be. And that means more to me than anything else.
This weekend, I met with this transgender woman. She said, I tried to meet with my pastor and people at my church, and all of a sudden they became busy.
I was just watching Steve the whole time because I was like, he's totally squirming. I know he's like, he shouldn't be talking about this to the church.
But now I hope that this church has got to the point where we can start accepting that others are accepted by God completely, just the way they are, not the way they should be, or not even the way we think they should be. So let's stop closing the door. Let's pray.
It's a really scary thing to stand up and be like, I think these people are 100% okay. I mean, you cannot say things like that in the Christian world. Like, it's big enough deal to say, love them, love the people that are different and love the people you don't understand. Like, I was really proud of him for standing up and saying that, because that could potentially destroy his life for the second time. Hopefully it won't, but I guess we'll see.
A flight attendant is trained to handle anything, from the routine
check to see that your seatbelt is securely fastened
to the terrifying.
Open the seatbelt! Get out!
And when that happens, training saves lives.
They call it boot camp, and we are, merciless.
I'm gonna feel like a huge failure if I do get sent home today.
Before any flight attendant takes off, she must be prepared for the possibilities no one likes to think about. Because keeping passengers comfortable is easy. Keeping them safe, that's the hard part. The preparation begins at flight attendant school. Tonight's classroom is a hangar at Denver International Airport, where students will take part in their first real airplane evacuation.
A great opportunity tonight. We have an aircraft that has a scheduled slide deployment, so we're working this in, allowing our flight attendants to actually see the slide being deployed on a real aircraft, and they're actually going to participate in an evacuation.
You guys ready? All right, let's do it.
I think tonight is a good complement to our emergency training. You know, a lot of what we talk about ends in evacuation, pull those slides, or, you know, arm your doors, be careful of the slides. So it's going to be good to see what these slides are, what the big deal is about the slides.
The trainees are anxious before evacuating an airplane for the very first time. Surprisingly, instructor Sherry is equally nervous, since this will be her first time deploying an evacuation slide as an instructor.
Testing one.
Are you going to do the whole thing?
Yes, we are. So we're going to do the whole thing.
Arming. The whole time we've been getting ready for this, I could feel my heart racing, and I could see them looking at me like, okay, she's nervous. When your instructors are nervous, I didn't want them to get nervous as well. So, you know, Melissa and I throw the smile on, like, okay, it's okay. Okay, my door's armed. Your door's verified. Perfect.
Instructor Sherry has taught the students to stay calm during an evacuation, but even she is far from calm. Never having done this before, she's worried her inexperience will hinder her performance.
I think when Melissa and I first sat down in the seat and we knew the drill was starting, that's the instant that I grabbed Melissa's hand and she squeezed my hand, and that's what makes me choke up, actually, because it was kind of this, okay, we're going to go like this is real. We do this 1,000 times, right? I know, right?
All right, here we go.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I'm ready to do this.
Brace, brace.
Bend over! Heads down! Bend over! Open the seatbelt! Get out! Open seatbelt! Exit box! Go that way! Stand back! Open the box! Guys, come this way! Come this way! Jump! Jump! Jump!
But I got a couple burns.
I got a burn on my arm and on my ankle. I don't know what I did, because you go down the slide so quickly that if you have exposed skin that slides along with it, it'll give you a little burn. Going down it, it was just so fast, I wasn't even thinking, to be honest. And got off, I was like, oh, done.
I think that going down the slide can be scary for some people. The fear of falling over the side, which is a legitimate fear. If you go off the side, you're going to get hurt.
When I got to the bottom, my body, I was shaking. It's your life. So this is not really fun stuff. This is a life and death.
Everyone is quick to congratulate Sherry on her first successful evacuation drill as an instructor. This moment will stay with her forever, as it will with the students who will draw from this training during their careers as flight attendants.
Oh my gosh, we just deployed the first aircraft slide I've ever had to actually deploy. I can't even hardly talk. It was just so amazing to actually deploy a real slide and evacuate passengers. And I was with my best friend in the world.
Great job. How'd it go? Yeah?
Oh yeah, are you crying because you wore that damn poncho?
We got to fly down the slides tonight, literally. It was very fun. You don't get a chance to do that every day, and I loved it. I had a blast.